morning, my friends. Welcome to Faith-Led Healing. I'm your host, Tammy Trayer, and today is episode number 15, and I want to talk about slowing things down. I believe that we can all agree that 2023 was very rapidly paced. I discussed being intentional at the very beginning of the year, yet I'm noticing that 2024 is just picking up where 2023 left off. So, as you're being intentional, we need to realize that we have the ability to slow things down. And for a lot of people, it's just a matter of understanding how we do that. And it's a choice. It's a choice. Our to-do lists are long. Our responsibilities are many. We're being pulled in a lot of different directions. Some of us have health issues. There's a lot of things. And for most of us, we feel that we've got to just keep moving. Where what we don't realize is that when we slow things down, we can be our better selves. We can be more present. We can be more productive. It's so counterintuitive to our thinking, is that if we slow down, we'll get more done, right? But it's actually very true, because when we slow down and we take time for ourselves, we actually enable ourselves to be more focused, be more clear. And when we sit down to do the tasks that we need to do, we can polish them off so much faster. And, another thing that occurs in that scenario is that oftentimes the things that keep us so burdened are the things that we procrastinate on, where if we would just get them off of our list, we wouldn't feel so anxious and overwhelmed by so many things that we have on our plate. And slowing down is the first step in all of that, because when we slow down, we can really get clarity. I enjoy slowing down. I enjoy spending time with Papa. If you're new to my podcast, I refer to God as Papa. During my healing journey, we got very close, and it is not a term of disrespect. It's a term of endearment. I treasure him. He's my Father in heaven. But when I slow things down and I get in that still, quiet place, that's where he joins me, and that's where I also seek him. But how do we even get to that place of slowed down? How do we hone in on that? How do we pull into that? And that's what I want to talk about today. It's not as hard as you think, but it does take practice, because we are programmed to be at this rapid pace. That is the world's pace. That is what has been dictated to us our whole lives. And it does take time. It does take evaluation. It does take the realization that I was slow, but all of a sudden I'm at this fast pace again. I need to hone it back in. I need to get a hold of the reins. I need to slow this train down. We need to be aware of that. And that's part of being intentional. So, as many of you know, I am also not only an integrative health practitioner, but I am a certified breathworker. And the common question I get all the time is, what is that? And I've explained it before on the podcast and in the different venues that I'm in, but breathwork is just learning how to use our God-given breath. And I've had a lot of encounters with people that get very offended and very upset with me, because they feel that as a Christian, what I'm doing is very woo-woo. And I plead to differ with that, because God breathed life into us. Genesis 2:7. Our breath is our life source. Our breath is our connection with God. Our breath, just like our bodies, everything is amazingly designed with such great purpose and intention. And when we learn how to hone into our breath, because if you ever pay attention to a newborn baby breathing, they breathe so deeply, they breathe so contentedly, their breath is just so perfect. And as we experience life and we go through the different things and the fast pace and the trauma and anxiety and all of those things, we start holding our breath. We start breathing in such unusual ways. And I want to share a couple things with you today on our breath, because our breath is one of the tools that we have that can slow us down, that can calm us, that can bring us out of unusual places, despair, panic, overwhelm, sadness, pain, all of those things. Our breath is a tool. And I just want you to join me with doing this morning. This is such an easy, simple process. I want you to just relax. And I want you to just take in a nice 3-second breath. And then we're going to take a 3-second exhale. Just join me and just follow my lead here. Just take in a nice breath. And then just gently exhale. As you're exhaling, you can move your neck and your shoulders. Take in another breath. And again, just gently exhale. And go ahead and take in another breath. And again, just gently exhale. What did you notice with the body? It's so calming. It's so calming. It's so peaceful. It's so renewing. It's so centering. And all you did was just take in 3 nice deep breaths and 3 nice gentle exhales. We don't need to, you see a lot of different breathing techniques on the internet. They all serve a purpose. But we were designed to just breathe, right? When I say I do breath work and I do guided breathing sessions, a lot of times people will say to me, hello, I'm already breathing. And it's like, yes, you are, but pay attention. And that's what I'm going to ask you to do today as well, is pay attention how you're breathing. When you get anxious, what are you doing? Holding your breath, breathing rapidly, pay attention. My breathwork clients that join me, whether in my one-on-one private sessions or just my group sessions, one of the biggest comments I get is, I can't believe how much you've made me hone in on my breathing. I never realized how much I hold my breath, or how I do funny things with my breath, or how I can use my breath to calm myself. I have one client who texted me to tell me thank you because of what I taught her. She was able to help her son who was having a panic attack while he was driving home, and she talked him through, taking the deeper breaths and calmed him. Our breath is powerful, and our breath is something that's very intentional. We have to breathe to exist, right? Well, we can also use our breath to support us throughout our days. And the first step in that is just to breathe and calm yourself. Our feet hit the floor, and no sooner than our feet hit the floor, many people are on their phones. They're chasing their to-do list. When my feet hit the floor in the morning, I'm very intentional. I have a nice routine, get myself going, and I don't get gussied up to get on the camera. And I don't even call it gussied up. I do very little as far as primping. But when I get dressed in the morning, I put myself all together. My grandfather told me that it's important to wear your smile put your smile on just as you do your clothing every morning. And I put myself together because I want to feel good for me. I want to feel put together. I don't want to feel rattled and torn. I enjoy just feeling good about myself. And that doesn't mean that I have to have makeup on to do that. But I put myself together. I wash my face. I comb my hair. I just do the things that give me joy. And I have a routine of just kind of a slow pace. I get up, we get the wood stove going, I get my cup of coffee, I get my daily nutritional support, and I'm drinking that, and I'm sitting here and I'm either spending time with you or I'm spending time with God, and I start my day that way. And if you notice, when you start your day in a panic, your day is a panic, and it doesn't need to be that way. So not only do we have the ability with our breath to slow things down, but if you're someone that wakes up and you just feel like you're under pressure right off the bat, just pause and take those 3 breaths. Slow it down. Create a nice slow routine. And I realize that I'm very fortunate. I work from home. I live very uniquely, and I've created a life for myself with intention. I've created a life that serves me, that serves my family well. I realize that many of you have to get up and rush out the door. But you could also learn to create a routine for yourself that although you need to rush out the door or you need to leave at a certain time, you wouldn't need to rush. 15 minutes extra in a day is a powerful thing. Get up an extra 15 minutes early and just take time to just be and to breathe and to relax and to slow it down and to spend time with God. And then go about your day. And I know many of you have children, and that takes on a whole different pace. I get it. I was there. My baby's 27, so I get it. I do get that. And it's just a matter of, okay, if that is your life right now and that is the season you're in, you can still breathe. You can still slow it down. You can still hone in. When you're anxious, when the kids are all over the place, they're not listening, take those breaths, slow it down, slow yourself down so that you can be able to handle the situations at hand. Our breath is powerful. And, when you're anxious, you can take the time to take those 3 breaths, slow things down, calm the body, calm the heart rate. Now, here's something else to remember when it comes to breathing. You hear a lot of mixed things on whether you should breathe through your nose, through your mouth, and many of us have just learned to breathe through the mouth. There's a lot of sleep apnea issues and snoring issues and all of those things, and it's because we are mouth breathers. If we learn to breathe in through our nose and out through our nose, that's how our bodies are designed. And it helps to hold our jaw in place. It helps to keep our facial muscles tighter. It's how we were designed. So I want to encourage you to focus on not only slowing your breath down, but breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Now here's something else. We are in, it's January, okay? We've got lots of germs floating around. It's that season. We've had a foot of snow on the ground, and now we've had rain for a week and a half. It can be miserable weather. So it's cold season. Believe it or not, our breath is very, very powerful in activating our immune system. The other thing that happens when we breathe, so if you take time to breathe for 5 to 15 minutes, you're activating your immune system. You're also opening up your body and opening up your lymphatic system, which is like a vacuum. So when it starts draining, it's draining down. So if you've got sinus issues, that's going to start draining. It's very helpful. So I want to encourage you, to remember that your first line of defense on germs is your breath. It's so amazing. So For those of you that are dealing with just the fast pace, anxiety, depression, PTSD, any of those things, or you just would like to have a resource to breathe along with, if you go to faithledhealing.com/newsletter, you can sign up for my newsletter. I send out a newsletter 2 to 3 times a month. And for signing up, you'll receive a free mini MP3, and you can use it as often as you like. I highly encourage you to go take part in that and receive that, because it's a free gift and it is a powerful one. And I would really love for you to have it in your hands. I would love to see so many more of you learning how to use your breath to calm things down, to really reflect. And it's a really great tool to use when you're doing your devotions and your prayer time, is just honing in and slowing down, calming the mind, and just really becoming present in whatever it is you're doing. I use it when I'm schooling. I use it when I'm reading. I use it when I'm working on my books and I need to be creative. Our breath is one of those powerful tools that knows, our bodies know exactly what to do with the breath at exactly the given time. If you were to wake up and do these breaths, it's going to give you a little bit of energy. It's going to fire you up a little bit, calm you down, but give you what you need. If you start breathing while you're laying in bed at night, you're going to go to sleep. It's going to calm you and it's going to just take you right into a nice restful sleep. Our breath is powerful. But what's even more powerful is honing that in with all the other things you have in life and just slowing our pace, slowing things down, and not being afraid to slow down. You know, our society deems a slower pace lazy or not very motivated. And it's just poor thinking, in my opinion. We need to look out for ourselves. Here's something else I want to share with you as well in regard to your breath. You know, when I was on my healing journey, it was very easy, being that I was self-diagnosing and self-healing and didn't have the support of someone else guiding me. I was constantly paying attention to what was going on in my body. I was paying attention a lot more to my aches and pains and my discomforts than my progress. So I want to encourage you guys to focus on your breath, not on where you're at, but how far you've come. There is great power in putting our breath together with positive thinking. And I know all this stuff might sound weird to many of you, but there's science to back this up, and there's proof in my pudding. I've experienced this, and I also watch this a lot with my clients. I have people that excel over the top, and they are extremely positive minded. They are slowing things down. They are seeking joy and happiness, and they are just thriving. And then I have clients who are doing the exact same protocols, exact same regimens, yet they're very pessimistic. They don't believe they can heal. They are unhappy all the time. And you know what? Their healing journey is reflective of that. Our minds are such a powerful tool. God has designed us so well. And our minds and our breathing and our intentionality all is going to serve us in such a great way. And I know for myself, like I said, the last quarter of last year was just rapid fire. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of really good things coming your way. And in creating all those things and bringing all those things together, I find that I'm in a really rapid pace. And I'm excited about all the things I'm working on. And that rapid pace is good sometimes. But when it becomes a consistent thing and that's all you're doing is this constant rapid pace, it's very unhealthy, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually too, because we lose our connection. And slowing things down enables us to really be connected and be present and be the best version of ourselves, not only in how we are interacting with others, but also how we're thinking. I believe also that brain fog and scattered thinking is a result of the fast pace. The faster we're going, the more easily we are distracted. It's just a culprit. It's one of the enemy's tactics. I really believe that. So again, today's topic is learning how to hone in and slow it down. So all you need to do is take those 3 deep breaths, and I'm just going to do it again with you, only this time I'm going to count for you. So just go ahead and take in a nice deep breath. 1, 2, 3, and gentle exhale, loosening your neck and your shoulders. And another breath in. 1, 2, 3, and gentle exhale. Just loosen the body, let go, and another deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, and just gently exhale. See how relaxing that is? See how nurturing that is? May this be a tool you learn to use. And again, be sure to go get my free mini MP3 download, faithledhealing.com/newsletter. Hone in, guys. Be intentional. Slow things down. Be present. Seek the joy in your life. Focus on the goodness. It's a powerful recipe for good things. It was really great sitting and visiting with you this morning. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. God bless.